Floyd and caught up with George Mayweather live at Montoya Boxing Gym, man. How you feeling today?
It's all right. Got a little acid reflux, but okay.
Too much partying, man?
No, I don't party.
Right on. How you feel about some of the upcoming fights we got coming up, man? Like Kambosos versus Haney?
No, that's a very, very tough fight. Either way. And I spoke on it, and everybody went nuts because I spoke that Devin is gonna have a hard time winning in Kambosos' backyard. But they took it personal. I can give two fucks about them taking it personal because my thing is this. I trained Devin, and I think Devin is a great fighter. And I'm not speaking about his ability. I'm speaking about the situation he put himself in. So they can kick rocks as far as I'm concerned.
So you think Devin should pull it out? Like, if you had to pick a winner, who would you pick?
I mean, skill for skill, I would pick Devin, but in the situation, no, I'm not going to pick him.
Because they fighting in Australia.
They're fighting in Australia, and Devin is. I don't think Devin is that much better than Kambosos to walk away with a victory in that man's country.
All right, I got to ask you about the Canelo versus Beaver. Was that fight what you expected it to be, or did the Beaver surprise you?
He surprised me because I didn't really know much about him. James told me about him and said that this guy's gonna beat Canelo, and I really didn't know enough about him to judge him. So I just thought Canelo at that time was the best guy in boxing. So I did like everybody else. I jumped on the wrong wagon.
Right on. Do you think Beaver could do it again at 168?
I think so. I think that Bivol showed that he's not scared of Canelo. It's one thing, Canelo couldn't hurt him. And so that's two major problems when you can't hurt a guy and the guy's not scared of him, the guy's not afraid of him. So I think that Canelo should avoid that fight and take that fight, maybe his last fight of his career, and walk away.
Another big fight that just passed with the women, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Do you agree with the decision?
That was a very, when I was watching it seemed like Serrano was winning. But to be honest, I can't really say because I was actually at a fight and I was watching it on somebody's computer. So, I mean, I didn't really see the whole fight, so I don't know.
What do you think that fight did for women's boxing as a whole?
Well, I think it helped. I think it helped women's boxing. More people are going to put their eyes on the women. Women, of course, going to be more respected. So it was great. It was great for the sport.
Right on. Now another one I got to ask you about, man. Floyd coming back out to fight Don Moore. How you feel about that? I mean, what you think about it?
Well, I mean,
you think it's a good fight, or you think?
Well, I mean, I think it's good for boxing. Good for Floyd. Good for Don.
Yeah.
It's great.
Right.
I mean, it's just an exhibition.
Right.
It's not like it's a real fight, so there's no need to even say who's gonna do what.
Yeah. They say Don Moore used to be his sparring partner.
Yeah, he was one of his sparring partners.
Would you say he was one of his best sparring partners?
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but I mean, he was a guy that stayed around for a long time, and finna get a nice payday.
Yeah, can't beat that. All right, one more I got for you, man. This the fight that everybody been waiting on. And with Canelo losing, it's an even bigger fight. Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, man. Who you got winning and how?
That's a very, very tough fight to call. I mean, it's one of those fights that I don't really know who's gonna win. I mean, they both got great attributes, but I think who's ever able to imply their attributes is gonna be the person that wins. I think it's a very, very tough fight. You can't really pick who's gonna win.
Right on. Do you think it should be, or do you think Errol has enough star power before it to happen in Dallas, or you think it'll probably end up being in Vegas?
I mean, I just think that it's probably going to end up in Vegas because both of them have done great for the sport, and that having to fight either in where Crawford's from or from where Errol's from would probably be unfair.
That makes sense, man. Well, I appreciate your time. That's all I had.
Okay, hey, subscribe to the businessman.
Hey, already.